Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's
suck,
over.
you jackass.
What's up, Slayer? How's the new company after the merger? Interesting, that's from Sonic 2. The ROM hack says Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You think they're gonna make you go back to the office? Is there even an office near you? What's up, Keckmate? But, well, do you go into an office now, or do you work from home and sometimes you're in an office? How does it work now? I guess that's how health works. There's no rings or anything. Are they gonna, you think they're gonna make you go back to the office, like, every day or partly? This is, I think it might be an older version. This is whatever version the retro achievements were programmed for. It's still Hellfire Saga. It's just the one that they had programmed it into. What's up, Tinny girl? How you doing? Yeah, I'm going to run through this and get as many achievements as I can, and then I'm going to pull out the new version and compare and contrast. So are you all... I'm trying to follow along. You're okay working in the office then, or are you going to try and find something that's work from home 100% instead? Work for the next year being like course curriculums. I mean, I'm the same way. If my company just decided like, hey, we have an office in your area and we want you going to the office every day. We don't want you working from home when you're not on the road. I would just go. Fork pig. What's up, Fuzzy? This is a ROM hack called Hellfire Saga. The original build of it. Oh shit, is that Knuckles? Good God, this thing is bright. Following a pretty distinct pattern. 80 top 10 answers? Yes. Yeah, I'm curious to see the newer one looks like, because I did see when I was looking at the downloads, it looked like different sprites and everything. But I also like the idea of playing both, because one of them had the achievements built in. We got the top 10 answers on the board. Name something that makes Cheeseburger shit his pants on the school bus. What's up, Mina? This is apparently the original build of a ROM hack that puts Ghost and Goblins type things in Sonic, called Hellfire Saga. Playing the original, and then we're going to try out the newest build. Bleeding out here. Why are you everywhere? It's in the title, guys. Ooh, wait, I want the hearts. I'm guessing it's probably not. Ow! Not see that coming. Ow! It's probably not a long game. I would take it in this build. Oh, I exploded. Dude. God. Wait, there's no lives in this, is there? Is it? I was figuring the original one probably isn't that long. Just because looking down the list of achievements, there's only like 4 different zones. What's up, crew? There might be built into the game itself, but not on the Retro Achievements website. Kind of like how PlayStation and all that has trophies built in. Oh shit. I keep getting my ass kicked here. I can't tell if he's faster than his counterpart in Sonic and Knuckles, or if it's just because the screen's a little more crunched. Ow. 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 Kind of looks like the Super Ghosts and Goblins, right, from SNES, with the blood in the, or not that, Mortal Kombat. Doesn't it look like the fatalities from Mortal Kombat, where the bones just explode everywhere? Ow, you dick. I couldn't think of it, and it was like, so familiar. Oh man, this is a phase 2? Oh shit. Ow. Dude. This is harder than any fucking Sonic boss I've ever fought. Oh my god, just like... Oh. This is not going well. We're starting to learn the pattern though. By being less, you know, stupid. Watch, this thing's gonna come down. Yep, and like, this thing's gonna come down right in my fucking face. Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Oh, so that's pretty cool then. It'll be back on there at some point. I mean, it might have. It's pretty old from what I understand. The download file said like 2008 or something on it. I mean, this is more challenging than any boss I've faced in any Sonic game before, I can say that. This guy's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna land like right on your face. Oh shit. Not going well for me. It doesn't help that I came in with 56% health. Because Sega got mad at Sonic for things. So they decided to blow him up. Ow. Ow. And I'm dead. I mean, we're making progress. You gotta stop trying to hit twice when he's like underneath like that. It's not gonna go well. Still not going well.
You suck, you jackass.
All right.
Definitely seems to be on a universal timer, though. He's not just waiting around for you to hit him.
Oh, frick.
Is that what it is? And the game hash says Compo 2018.
Remember to square your shoulders, Jerry. Choke up on the club. You know you gotta do both. Just choke up on the club.
What's up, Nelf? It would be just like me to end up on the wrong thing by mistake. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, so I sent you the link for the one that I found. If there's a different one on the site, oh, you see, I found the one you were looking at. Oh, you just linked it. Okay. Gonna say, I'm pretty sure I just found it. I'll... Yep. All right. Yeah, we're looking at the same one. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see if I can beat this boss, and then probably just switch over. That's true. Something to look forward to in 7 months. And we blew up. All right, I have lost my patience. Let's boot up the 2023 one. If I can find it. Where did it go? There you are. Sneaky little bastard. What the newest one's 2.1, right? The newest version. Thank you for the bed, Swampy. After you scared the living piss out of me. What is EX mode? And we'll do normal. Yeah, it's a 1.25 liter, yeah. I don't need assist mode, but I really don't want to do maniac mode either. I have a Genesis, but I don't have an EverDrive, and I actually just prefer to use the emulator. Mostly because I don't really speedrun anything that would require original hardware. Oh yeah, like this is much more polished. I don't even know why Twitch flagged it as Sonic 3 and Knuckles Deluxe instead of just Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Actually, if somebody could change that, that would be... Actually, if you could look up the name, just Sonic Hellfire Saga, that'd probably be better. I like the sprite. Exclamation set game. I'm a puppy girl in a puppy world. Something, something. Something, something. Oh, shit. There's bones everywhere. Hey, no jumping, you douche. Is that Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins? Is that... I don't know. I never played Ghosts and Goblins. I am Glom Glazer. Jorgen Glazer. They're coming tomorrow to fix my air conditioning, thank God. I mean, it is disturbing me. Everything I touch has bones and blood exploding into nothingness. That's pretty disturbing. What is that? Oh, it's shield. We're hitting that point where it's starting to get cold in the morning and warm later. When I got up to the kids in the car, it was 55 degrees. And then the high today was 90. That's Castlevania, right? I think that the guy said in the beginning this is a hack that's made to pay tribute to Sonic, Castlevania, and Ghosts and Goblins all in one. I have not played any Castlevania games, actually. I'll have to add that to my list. Oh, that is a bright moon. Oh, I'm gonna die here. It's the Zelda Blood Moon. It was just Act 1. Oh, no, Stage 1. Okay. Oh, damn. Thing blew the hell up. Oh, now it's raining. Fair point. Hey. Oh. Well, I'm clearly lost. What's that? I want that. How do I get that? Yes? What price? Oh, that. Okay. Like, huh? What? I didn't even see any grass. That was just a background set piece. Level designs are pretty intricate. Intricate.
Vi komma från pepparkakeland och vägen vi vandrat tillsammans hand i hand. Så bruna vi är och alla tre korinter till ögon och hattarna på sned.
You mean me? I don't pay very well. You can ask Slayer. I paid him in chickens. Way out. Oh dear God, look at that Sonic model. Yeah, this is really cool. They did a really nice job with it. Wait, what happened? Why did my shield switch? Did I pick up another one? I want my bubble back. Ow.
Grubby Dad! Hi, my name's Grubby Dad, and I'm Grubby.
Thank you, sir, for the tier 1. Go fork yourself, ads. Oh, poor Mina. Pyramid got ruined. Oh dear. Oh, come on, I don't want to be on the ceiling now. Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Oh shit. Damage boost. Ah, I'm dead. I'm so nice. Are you gonna head to Cleveland for it? The land of Cleve. Or at the very least, the land of Cleveland Tom. Wait, how did you get an underwear badge? If I take damage, even if it's, you know, not on purpose, obviously, I can get 2 shots in while damage boosting, so that's awesome. I got me an underpants badge, an underpants badge, an underpants badge. Given what happened in our school district today, I should probably not do the Herbert voice. I don't think you've ever once said anything good about your job. No. I found you, Baker. Dear God, it's Mickey Mouse. God, there's way too much happening on screen right now. I cannot, my eyes can't keep up. I don't know who Print is. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't stay at a bad job just because of one good coworker. You could still be friends with that coworker, you know, if you go to a new job. Whereas staying at a bad job just to continue a certain way will, yeah, like you said, be detrimental to your mental health. Oh, hey, Mickey. Nobody likes you. Woo! Shit. Not supposed to jump. Okay, apparently when they say spin dash the ball, they mean like spin dash into the ball. Don't just spin dash as the ball comes and hits you. Yeah, I don't know why HR or the primary management wouldn't do that. That seems a little odd. Eat that bitch. Oh, not Mickey Mouse. Ah. Okay, this girl I don't mind. She's easy to dodge. This guy, not quite so bad. But Mickey Mouse? Mickey Mouse is a pain in the fucking ass to dodge. Yeah, an assistant manager speaking that way to an employee should have been at a minimum written up, if not stripped of their position. It's not... You could be the biggest douchebag asshole employee on the planet. Management shouldn't be speaking to an employee that way. You know, you reprimand or write up an employee for whatever, but you can't speak to them like that. It's not okay. They win? Are you dead? Hope you're dead. Honestly, if you already got the new job, I wouldn't even give them 2 weeks notice. I would just leave. There's no reason to, right? If you already have a new job, you just tell them, I'm leaving. I'm not giving you 2 weeks notice. I'm not doing anything. You're not required to give 2 weeks notice. In fact, anytime anyone's ever given me 2 weeks notice, I've thanked them for their service. I've wished them well and said, but I don't accept the 2 weeks. You're free to go now. Because if you're leaving anyway, human nature just states that you're not going to work to the full extent knowing you're quitting. You know what I mean? That's, yeah. No, but what I mean is, don't even tell him and give him the chance. If you need to keep working for the money until then. I worked for Stop and Shop. It was actually my first regular paying job. I worked full time for them for a while, actually. Are they still Ahold USA? Oh, the company you're going to work for is Ahold is the parent company. Okay. Is the one you're going to work for unionized? Because Stop and Shop's unionized. Yours isn't? Okay. I'm just curious. Wait, does this game have a save feature, or... you just start over every time? Nice. So is that like a Vampirus version of Rouge the Bat? Did I see that correctly? I'm not really familiar with symbols. What exactly is a pentagram? It looks cool. So an inverted pentagram is the satanic symbol. God, you guys teach me such great new things all the time. Oh dear God, what is happening now? Why are their faces showing up on screen? Why does this look oddly familiar to me? What's so scary? This face is showing up on my wall. You clearly know more about Christianity than I do, despite being agnostic atheist. I was raised Roman Catholic, however, we're not church people. Never have been. I have no functional practicing religion. Suppose you could say. Yeah, I know a lot of people do, and I'd never cared. Hey, if people do, if they don't, that's their business. Reddit mod? Wait, is that a thing? Or Reddit mods generally atheists? Or is that a meme that I'm not understanding? What's Karen? Iran? Oh, never mind. There's the explanation. I read a book called Lost Gods once. It's a really good book, and that character you just mentioned played a prominent role. The boatman, yeah. That's really cool that the music shifts when you're underwater. A nice touch for a ROM hack for sure. I don't know what Tartarus is. I've never seen Boondock Saints, no. Hello, mortal, I am Death. You see a lot of carts like that on Amazon and eBay. All right, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. Yeah, I had a good. I never had any issues at Stop and Shop. My only issue at Stop and Shop was the union. We had a lot of guys that worked there. Constantly late. Sometimes wouldn't show up at all. Complete dick to all the other employees. Like, just assholes. And we could never fire them because the union would always step in and protect them. Like, I'm sorry, union or not, but if you don't show up for work and you don't have a valid reason, whatever, then why should you be protected from being fired? Drainage system status blood level 1. Hey. You know, a lot of places are like that too now, where they don't punish, right? Because they're so afraid of being sued. It's just sad. Like, you ever come across a Karen or a Kevin or somebody like that in the wild? And you just think to yourself, there's a guy or a girl who's never been told no by their parents once in their life. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what these companies are now, is they're employing these people and they're so afraid of them that they're going to sue. That they just don't discipline. There's no consequence. If you don't show up to work, you should lose your job. I'm not talking if you're sick or if something happened with your kids, or, you know, if you have a valid reason not to be there, then of course. But when you're just late all the time and you no call, no show, and no, you should lose your job. Sorry. Like, I read in the paper today. Yeah, right? They probably force them to go to, like, Alcoholics Anonymous, or they force them into some kind of rehab. They don't fire them. I read in the paper today about this mom's group chat text message that went viral. Because the mom said to the other moms in the group chat, hey, somebody had Oreos in their lunch today, and I was wondering if we could not send Oreos with the kids to school. And one of the other mothers was like, oh, I'm so sorry, that was me. Does your daughter have an allergy? And she's like, no. But we don't let her have Oreos at home. And of course she got upset because she wanted one and she couldn't have them because we don't let her have sweets at home. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? You have the fucking audacity to send a group chat text message asking other parents not to send certain snacks with their kids to school because you don't allow your kid to have it? Fuck you. If you don't want your kid to have it, that's your business. But who the fuck do you think you are to even ask, hey, can we all just do this and be on the same page? No. And somebody actually even's like, maybe it's not a bad rule because with obesity and whatever in this country, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. just because that is a problem within the country doesn't mean that every child is affected by it and nobody in the world is allowed to have an Oreo. Like, it's called moderation. Exactly, right? Like, you're a vegetarian. You can't have meat around my child at school. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, like, if they sent them with an entire packet, right, of Oreos, a whole, like, 30-pack or something, it's still none of my business, but that's a problem. But a couple, like... And I know some schools actually have that as a policy now, where you can't send, like, you have to send a healthy snack, right? You can't, whatever. But yeah, like, if there was something, they still give you cookies and Lunchables, actually. It just depends on which one you're buying. But yeah, no, the thing of it is, like, it even said in the article, it's not an allergy thing. The mom was saying the kid was upset because she couldn't have one because her parents will let her have one. Well, that's not my problem, okay? That's your problem. And then some dad in the comments was like, dude, if it was me, my ass would be headed right to Costco. I'd be buying, like, the industrial-sized Oreos. I'd send my kid with them to school the next day and said, you give an Oreo to every kid in that class except this mom's kid. And I laughed, but I'm like, you know what? That's not nice, though. It's not the kid's fault. Like, the kid's upset because other kids have Oreos and she's not allowed. I can understand why the kid would be upset. Like, you're just torturing the kid at that point. You're torturing the mom because she's going to hear it when they get home, but I can't condone, you know, on a kid like that. But yeah, like, I would have... That's what you should do, is, like, give the girl an Oreo. Let her have one. I just can't believe... I can't believe you'd have the audacity, you know? And yeah, generally speaking, if you forbid something 100%, when they do finally get the opportunity to indulge in it, they're going to go way overboard. You have to give them at least the exposure. Because when you make it forbidden fruit, like, I always had a hard, fast rule with soda. Number one, cheeseburger had to be older. I never gave it to him when he was younger. And number two, if I did, it had to be caffeine-free diet soda. And that was it. He was allowed to have soda if it was caffeine-free diet soda. Still getting the carbonated taste. You're still getting the, you know, the soda taste. But I never asked the other parents in the school, hey, can you not give your kids regular soda? It's the same theory, right? That's why most kids get hooked on alcohol. Because you know you're not supposed to have it, and you get curious about it. Oh yeah, I remember that. You're not allowed to lunch trade anymore, though. Which I will say, both sucks because it's a core childhood memory, and makes complete and total sense because you just don't know the ingredients in things. And a kid that has an allergy could very easily accidentally ingest something they're allergic to. So I get the whole school saying, like, hey, no trading food, no trading lunches. Now, granted, they're doing it because they don't want to get sued. They're not actually doing it because they care about the kids more often than not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Oh. You mean back when common sense was actually common? The problem with common sense is A, it's not so common anymore. And B, because we're in the age of, for lack of a better term, participation trophies. Common sense doesn't rule the day anymore because everybody has to be right about everything. There's no wrong answers. And I'm dead. And I'm dead again. So, participation trophy is literally what it sounds like. Everybody gets a trophy for participating. There's no winners, there's no losers. Kids soccer leagues that don't keep score, they just play until somebody says the game's over. At the end of the season, everybody gets a trophy no matter what for, quote, participating. Because apparently winners and losers is a product of toxic masculinity and has no place in civilized society. Never mind that half the same people that push these participation trophies are fans of the NFL and one or another sports team that very clearly wins and loses. This guy is kicking my ass. I don't know if I should be offended by that, if you guys should be offended by that, or if we should all be offended by that. Winners and losers teaches kids an important lesson, okay? Number one, yes, you figure out what you're good at and what you suck at, because not everybody's good at everything. Number two, it's just the real world, for better or for worse, right? You can make the argument about life, work, the system. So I should be the one who's insulted. Got it. Yes, I know. I can't spell. Okay, I thought a V was a U. But again, you could rage against the system or whatever else all you want, having to go to work, blah, 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 blah. But the fact is, when they grow up, they are going to have to go to work. They are going to get passed over for jobs. They are going to get hired for some jobs. There's going to be winners and losers every day. And if they're not prepared for that, it's very difficult to acclimate and to succeed. You know, when I was a kid, we played sports and we won and we lost, and we were always told, right, if you lost, it's not about winning or losing, it's about having fun. And that's true. It's okay to lose as long as you're having fun, right? You're not professional athletes. You're not playing for money. But that doesn't mean there isn't a winner and there isn't a loser. You can lose and still have fun. That's a good lesson. But to say there's no winners and losers, that's a bad lesson.
At the very bottom of the food chain. A pathetic display of incompetence. They are the apex loser, providing us all with the morbid entertainment of a slow, inevitable collapse.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for Dual Override. I saw it, one just came out like today, I think. A new trailer they released. Yeah, I saw that Twinkie girl or Twinkle Twinkie girl, Twinkle girl. Here's the thing, right? The brain is a very powerful tool. If you sit in a corner for 3 hours a day, every day, I saw that trailer, crew, it looked really good. And you say, my legs hurt, 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 my legs hurt. And you just do that for 3 hours a day, your fucking legs are gonna hurt because your brain is extremely powerful. You can convince yourself of things and manifest it. So when people tell you your entire life, you're perfect, you can do no wrong, you're a winner, you're this, you're that, of course you're gonna believe it. And of course it's going to be a huge shock to your system when, hey, guess what? It's not true. That's also why most adults and the younger generation don't know how to have disagreements anymore. Because they're told their entire lives they're perfect, everything's good, everything's right, you can't have a wrong thought, you can't possibly be wrong. That when people disagree with them, they have no idea how to handle it. And they either completely shut down, or they just insult you. Completely irrelevant to the point. There's no debates anymore because they don't know how to engage in conversation where they're not just agreed with all the time. And it's a product of telling them their entire lives they're special, they're important. You know, it's funny, one of the biggest life lessons from a kid that I got from a kid, right, was an episode of Bluey my kids were watching, my 3-year-old and my 2-year-old. They tell Muffin, the little like 3-year-old dog, she's the most special person in the world and whatever. And then she goes and acts like a brat and like a real princess and whatever. And the dad comes back later. He's like, hey, Muffy, you remember when I said you're the most special person in the world? Yeah, well, you're not. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. Literally, it's like, you're not. To me and your mom, you are, but to everybody else, you're not. And it's a perfect life lesson. Because you're not. You're not special to anybody. It's to anybody else. You could become special to other people. But the mass polarization of everything and, you know, just resorting to pure insults if somebody disagrees with you, it's because they don't know how to handle being disagreed with because they've never been disagreed with. They've been told they were right and they're so smart and everything else their entire lives that they can't fathom there's another way. There's another opinion. I sound like such an old man right now. I'm 38 years old and I'm rambling on like I'm 90. I remember very distinctly this conversation I had once with Cheeseburger. We were trying to fix the fence, and he just wasn't doing what I needed him to do, right? And I got very frustrated with him, and I'm like, I need you to hold this in place. It was just a piece of wood. I'm like, you have to hold this in place. And he's like, I am. And I'm like, you're not. It's coming loose. I'm trying to fix the fence. Like, help me out here. And he's like, well, you know, I'm trying my best. And I had a bad moment. It was like 100 degrees. I was frustrated. I had a bad moment. And I said to him, well, your best isn't good enough. I think he was like 15 at the time. It wasn't like he was but I said, your best isn't good enough. And I let it sit for a minute. And I turned to him and I was like, listen, you play esports. You play Smash Ultimate for esports, right? And he goes, yeah. And he said, what happens when you come up with an opponent who totally destroys you online? You lose, right? Yeah. And I said, but you tried your best, right? Yeah. And he's like, all right, so your best wasn't good enough in that situation. So what do you do to fix it? I got to practice. I got to try to get better. It's like, exactly. All right. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you here. I'm not saying like, I'm not trying to insult you. When I say your best isn't good enough, what I'm saying is you're not doing the job that I need you to do. So what I need from you is I need you to think about it and think about how you could do this job better so that we can finish and we could, you know, get on with our lives. Now, granted, this all came about because it was 100 degrees, I was hot, and I said something I shouldn't have said. But it's also a life lesson that it's gonna happen. You know, I hear kids told all the time, as long as you try your best, that's all you can ask for, everything's good. Okay, well, your best is not going to be good enough in every situation in life. It's just not. I could try my best to be an NHL goaltender. I'm not good enough. Right? You know, like... But, anyway. I'm done rambling. How was it? I've never had Jersey Mike's. I'm having so much trouble dodging. The lesson to always try your best is a great lesson. The lesson that if you try your best, it will be good enough is not a good lesson. Yeah, you don't want it like that way, Mazers, like you say. You don't want it the extreme opposite either. You know, if Cheeseburger comes home with a B- on his test, I don't give him, well, you could have done better and whatever else. I tell him, oh, good job, B-. Next time you can go for a B+. Next time you can go for an A, but, you know, good job. Particularly because if you go to college now, you can get D's and still get a college diploma and get a job. Jersey's got very high taxes. Not that New York City doesn't, but Jersey has some of the highest property taxes in the nation. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, Mazers. Unrealistic expectations are not okay. In my defense, all I needed him to do was literally hold a wooden plank of fence up against the fence and, like, keep his hand there so it wouldn't move. Like, I wasn't asking for rocket science here. Hell, I painted my entire house myself to save money, and I know for a fact that I didn't do it perfectly the way a professional painter would. I just don't give a shit because I wanted to save the money. I cannot... Oh my god, I cannot discern this guy's patterns. He's just destroying me. Yeah, I agree. No matter what type of service it is, even if it's sales, you should always set realistic expectations with the customer, because everybody has a different idea and expectation of what something's going to come out to be. Dude, I cannot dodge this guy's side screen attacks to save my life. Why? Because my best isn't good enough. And I was told that it was my whole life, and I can't handle this. $1,200? You're lucky. Paint job on a car is usually $5,000-6,000. Come on, people. He's not asking for much. He just wants his BLM to be mazed every now and again. Can't we follow suit? I dodged it! And then I got hit. Oh, of course I did. Yeah, see, when it does that, I don't know how to do that. Maybe spin dash to dodge it? Right across the river? Fort Lee. Okay. That's over by the GWB, no? Ben Dashmore. Like, I dodged the one thing, but then this shit comes up from the ceiling, and it's like, really? Ah! Ow. This is almost as bad as Metal Sonic was. Ow! Go away! Shit. Uh-oh, I made him mad. Don't like that I made him mad. And I'm dead. That's so mean, Mazers. They'll never beat that game. I can't beat that game. I wasn't paying attention. Oh. Oh wait, is he like gonna give me the weapons I need to attack him? Well, when Cheeseburger was real young, I only let him play retro video games because I didn't want him playing like Fortnite or any of that stuff. Also, when he was in 1st or 2nd grade and they were going through how to read, he was a really stubborn little shit that refused to read. He didn't want to read any books whatsoever. So I used to make him watch anime in Japanese with the subtitles, so he'd be forced to read to know what was going on, and that's how I ended up getting him to learn how to read. And then if we watched anything, like if I wanted to watch something, whatever, that was in English, I'd turn off the sound and put the subtitles on, so he'd be forced to read. But yeah, he basically learned how to read from watching Ranma 1/2 in Japanese. Which explains why he named our cat Ranma, but, you know, I digress. The boat doesn't really, like, want to move with me all that well. Which makes me wonder, how do I dodge? Oh, like that. I do like Sonic Spray. They did a really good job with that. No, I'm out of the boat. Stay in the love boat, Sonic! Stay in the love boat! Get out of the boat, you're gonna die! I mean, I'm honestly dead. I'm honestly dead. I'm honestly surprised I've not rage thrown my controller yet. Although I only have like 1 or 2 more tries at this because I got so much going on with work and everything else tomorrow. I do have to go to bed. But I'm so stubborn. Like, I want to beat this guy before I quit. Yeah, I've never played the actual Castlevania, so I think that would be kind of a shock to my system. I've also never played Metroid. I mean, to be fair, nobody thinks they're going to be a great mom or dad when they're 18. Then again, to be fair, on the flip side of that, I was a dad at 21. Literally a month to the day after my 21st birthday, Cheeseburger was born. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't eat me! I'm dead. Choo! Oops. Hey, what do you know? That's what happened to me at 21. Well, 20, technically. I can't say the same for me. Reality hit me very quick. But my youngest sister is only 5 years older than my son. My brother's 2 years older than that, and then I have another sister 4 years older than that. So I grew up in a house full of infants and toddlers. So the reality immediately hit me. I was like, oh God. I know it's coming. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, you wouldn't have to. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it or list, but there's non-financial banks you can visit for that stuff. I believe birthing rates are down in like every country. I was reading about that a while back. Some countries are actually like offering money and incentivizing married couples to have children. Ow. No! Yeah, I mean, if you can look at it that way, right? It's not quite the same, because the child tax credit amounts to like nothing when you file your tax return. I would say for that, you require either children or nieces or nephews, because you can do that too, and then you get to send them home at the end of the day. I know, it's odd. It's like Slayer said, you don't realize until it happens how much your priorities change. it really hits you, you know, when you're looking at them and you're feeding them for the first time. But where it really, 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 really hit me, I guess not in that sense, but where it started to like really hit me in the feels, as it were, is my 3-year-old daughter being old enough to, you know, actually understand half what she says now. And like when I put her in the car to go to daycare, she'll tell me she wants to go. She's like, "Give me a hug and a kiss." Okay, bye bye. I love you. And like that's where it really hits. It's like, wow. Just it's different, you know. Like a dog, but you know, they speak English. When they're newborn infants, they're literally like dogs. You have to deal with the potty stuff, you have to feed them. They make crazy noises, and you don't understand anything they want or need. You're just guessing. But they grow up to give you basically unconditional love and affection if you treat them right. Then they learn to speak English and you can actually understand them, so they're less like dogs. Oh, the green things, okay. I'm trying to read and pay attention to what I'm doing at the same time, and it's not going. All right. I'm going to pause here because I do have to get to bed. I got a lot of work tomorrow. They're coming to fix the AC in the morning. We got the dishwasher people coming, so there won't be a morning stream tomorrow, but we will come back and do more of this tomorrow night. I'm just going to leave it paused. I don't know if the automatic save will come back to the checkpoint or make me start to level over, so I'm not going to take that chance. I'm just going to leave it. Pausing that. This stream brought to you by Grumpiness. Complaining and whining about every facet of life and how people react. Today's rant also brought to you by NBC. Why NBC? I don't know. What's up, Kelly? I did a lot of whining, but I didn't discuss penis. I don't know where that came from. That quote brought to you by Ancient Slayer. Which Dave? Junkyard Dave? I'm presuming Junkyard Dave, yeah. All right, have a good night, everybody. Enjoy some Kingdom Hearts.